What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be previewing the Seahawks game against the Bears tomorrow. Firstly, I want to say Merry Christmas, everyone. It's a great day. Hopefully, you guys get some good gifts. Hopefully, you guys get some good food today. It's a great day. There's football going on right now. You see Baltimore up 7-0 against the Houston Texans. You see Kansas City beat the Pittsburgh Steelers to clinch the number 1 seed in the AFC. Not a surprise at this point. They're constantly always the best team in the league. So yeah, I'm just going to preview this game real quick against the Bears. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. So yeah, this game right here is a do or die moment for us tomorrow. We win and our playoff hopes are alive still. We lose and we're mathematically eliminated. So this is a must win at all costs. Just like that Giants game, you cannot, in which we got beat on our home turf. You cannot overlook these guys. You cannot do it. And I'm sure Mike knows that. I'm sure that Giants loss is still in the back of Mike's head when it comes to facing the Bears and the Jets too. I mean, the Jets, we almost lost that game. We handed them the game, and we still won somehow. So like this game, we have to show dominance. If we want to show that we belong in the playoffs, we have to show dominance against these guys. I mean, it's probably going to be a close game, just knowing us. The Seahawks like to give us 12 heart attacks, but it's. Like I said, yeah, it's a do-or-die moment for this team, and we win, and if we win and the Cardinals lose, it will be winner takes all. If we win and the Rams lose on Sunday, it'll be winner takes all. The Week 18 matchup for the division. So definitely have to steer the course, and you cannot take these guys lightly. Firstly, I gotta say, Gino, come on, man. You can do this, bro. Like, I understand you've had a very, very bad O-line, but the decision-making, you have to know when you got to take your losses. Like, it's like I understand that you just want to make a play and you want to, drive the ball down the field, but nothing is worse as a quarterback than turning the ball over. And he's turned it over 15 times this year. Not okay. At least through the air. I don't think he's lost a fumble. But he's thrown 15 interceptions, and like I said, some of them weren't his fault. But the past few weeks, they have been his fault. Last week, he threw 2 boneheaded interceptions that he shouldn't have thrown. I understand that he was under pressure. I think both times he was under pressure, but still. Especially that first one where he threw the interception. I think it was like first down and. I think it was a first down. On first down, you just can't do that. I mean, you got 3 downs to work with, 4 if you go, depending on where you are in the field and if Mike is feeling on going for it. He's just got to make smarter decisions. When you're under pressure, it's either, you throw it in the dirt, you throw it away, or you take your sack. I mean, it's nothing's worse than turning the ball over. So, he did a better job of not throwing it in the end zone or in the red zone on Sunday, but throwing it in your own territory where basically you're giving them immaculate field position, not okay. So Gino, when you play a clean game, we have a good chance of winning. So Gino's got to play a clean game. You can't take this Bears defense lightly. They are not bad. So you definitely have to come out guns a-blazing. I mean, as simple as that. You have to start fast. That game against the Cardinals, we started fast, and look how it went. The second game against the Cardinals, when you play like that, that's how you will be able to win games. And then because the defense will play off of you. When the offense is constantly stalling, the defense is going to be on the field more, like it was the past couple years under Pete. You're going to get your defense is going to get tired quick. Speaking of Pete. This is something I got to talk about. This is huge. So, former Seahawks Super Bowl winning head coach Pete Carroll has expressed interest in the Bears head coaching job and would like to return to the sideline next season. So, there is a huge chance that Carroll could be coaching for the Bears next year. And, I mean, it'd be good for him. I think he would definitely turn that team around. Pete, I mean, I don't think he'll turn them into a Super Bowl winning roster, but I think he could, bring him to the playoffs and potentially go for a division title. Because he's still a good coach. I mean, we went 9-8. That's still a winning record. So that's massive. And if he goes to the Bears, that also could mean that Ben Johnson may go to like New Orleans or something. So, but yeah, I wanted to bring that up and talk about that for a bit because that is huge. And that's crazy that the team that we're going up against, our former head coach is thinking about coaching next year. So, but yeah, back to the preview. Geno has to play a clean game. I want to say that the O-line has to play a good game, but honestly, I'm not expecting them to play a good game tomorrow. And like I said, it's not all their fault. I think Scott Huff is not ready to be an NFL offensive lineman coach. Like I said, having a rookie offensive lineman coaching an O-line, except for Lakeland Tomlinson, the rest of the O-line is still in the rookie deals. That's not smart to bring in a rookie offensive lineman coach straight out of college to coach a bunch of young guys that haven't even made it off the rookie deals yet. That wasn't really... I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, in my opinion, but here we are. Like I said, we'll see what happens going into the offseason because I'm sure things will be shaken up, but like I said, there is still football to play, so we'll see what happens. The O-line did do a good job in pass blocking yesterday. I did see a lot of times where Geno had a lot of time in the pocket. It's just that... Oops, sorry if you heard that. I don't know why my computer made that noise. But there were times where Geno had like 3, 4, 5 seconds in the pocket, and it ended up being an incomplete pass. And you know what? I'm thinking it's like I said. I think Grubb is just his scheming has been figured out, and his utilization of trying to use the 3 wide receiver set a lot. It's been figured out. I mean, because we can't run the ball, or he refuses to run the ball. I get that our O-line is trash, but you have to give it a shot. I feel like we have to we need to give McIntosh and Charbonnet the ball more. I like K9, but with the way this O-line is playing, I understand he's trying to make plays out of nothing, but when he does have a hole, he's still, like I said, he over relies on his athleticism, I feel like sometimes. So, and like I said, it's not all his fault. He could be seeing ghosts. Yeah, we got to get that run game going. I mean, 56. I think we had 56 yards or something like that on the ground on Sunday. That's just unacceptable. So, we'll see what happens defensively. I mean, he's got to play good defense. You got to scheme well, and people got to be on their assignments. And we can have a repeat of what happened on Sunday when we just gave up a game-losing touchdown. Speaking of that touchdown, I'm gonna go back to that touchdown allowed against the Vikings, or it was Jay Jetta's second touchdown where Reek looked like he was jogging and then Jay Love was late. I understand that was Jay Love's fault because Reek was playing cover 2, but at the same time, Reek has got to understand he's looking at the quarterback the entire time. He saw Darnold under pressure and knew he had to throw it to the area of where Jay Love had to go. So in that point, he needs to stop jogging, and he needs to run straight to Jay Jetta's, or at least get to close the gap to try to force an incompletion or, tip it into the air and force an interception. And I understand, that wasn't his assignment, but let's go back to the first Cardinals game, 4th and 1. Witherspoon's assignment was to guard that wide receiver, or that wide receiver that Kyler was throwing to, but he overthrew because Witherspoon pressured him. That was that wide receiver that Kyler threw to, or that he targeted. That was supposed to be Witherspoon's guy, and Witherspoon messed up the assignment. But the thing about him is, he didn't hesitate. He didn't stop and he didn't stop and say, I got to go to this guy now. No, he kept going to Kyler, forced a pick 6, and so even though the coach has set up the scheme and that he wants you to follow it, players have to trust their instinct because they are the ones out on the field. Reek's got to understand that I got 4.26 40 speed. I gotta close that gap. I see Darnold's under pressure, and I see he's probably gonna chuck it up to Jay Jetta's. I have to close the gap. I understand that it was schemed, that cover 2 was schemed, and the coach, or in this case Mike, is trying to set the players up for success. But the players also have to understand when they have to set themselves up for success. And Reek, he didn't. So I partially, it was I do have to admit, it was Jay Love's fault for not, either picking it off or making it an incompletion. But I also do blame Tariq Woolen for not adjusting mid-play and realizing when he needs to change the pace and run to close the gap. So hopefully stuff like that won't happen again tomorrow, and we'll play cleaner football on both sides. Less penalties. We had a lot of penalties. We're one of the most penalized teams in the league. I think we're like 4th in the league in penalties. We got to clean that up next season because that's just bad. And every time I see a penalty flag, I assume it's us because of how much we get flagged. And that's, like I said, it's a discipline thing. A lot of it is on the offense. I notice we have a lot more offensive penalties than defensive penalties. Also, that sack that was taken away by Byron Murphy with that face mask, that was a backbreaker right there, and that was good for Murphy to get to Darnold, but he did it. He made a rookie mistake, and he cost the team the game, and it happens. It just happens. So here, the injuries tomorrow are looking pretty light. Well, I don't know about K9. He might not play. There's a chance he might not play, but Charbonnet looks good to go. Nwosu, Hall, Olu, Fant all looks ready to go. We'll see what the injury report looks like today after practice. Actually, I don't even know if they have practice today because today's Christmas, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, this is a must-win. Our playoff hopes. This is where our playoff hopes or like either lives or dies. Like the past couple games we lost those games and our playoff hopes weren't shot, but they were diminished. But tomorrow we have to win at all costs, and hopefully the Cardinals can have some pride and take out their division rival, who they did beat before earlier this year, and hopefully they can do it again. I don't know if they will be able to though, but we'll see. But you got to play clean football on both sides of the ball. Gino's got to try to not turn the ball over. Stop making dumb mistakes. When you're under pressure, either take your sack, throw it away, or throw it in the dirt. I mean, that's really all you can do when you're under pressure because you do not want to turn the ball over and give the other team points. Gino doesn't throw that pick. It's tied after that touchdown allowed by Jay Jetta. So, you have to – Gino's got to understand when to throw the ball away and understand when he needs to stop forcing the ball. He said himself he needs to stop forcing it, but actions speak louder than words. And right now his actions are not backing up his talk of needing to stop forcing the ball. So, and then we got to somehow Grubb's just got to figure out how to call a good game because he has been his play calling has been wildly inconsistent this year, and the O-line's just got to find some sort of competence. If Scott Huff can have one game where he can, coach his offensive line to do well, that'd be great. But I'm not going to get my hopes up for the O-line. So we'll see what happens. This game, honestly, could go either way. I mean, the matchup predictor agrees. It's literally a 50-50 at this point. Like, I know we're favored by 4, but we have lost to teams that we shouldn't have lost. Take case in point that Giants game. And we almost lost to the Jets because our special teams single-handedly almost sold us the game. So... but yeah, we got to come out on top and keep our playoff hopes alive, and hopefully we can get to the playoffs in Mike's first year of coaching. So, but yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. I'll make a post-game video either tomorrow or Friday, and so yeah, like I said, it's do or die, and we got to get it done. So, but yeah, if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Once again, Merry Christmas. And go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.